Break down the basics. The REIT builds and operates warehouses throughout Turkey, with most concentrated in the Marmara region, which makes sense since that area represents roughly half of country's economy. These are prime warehouses, both in location and quality. Most have solar panels installed on the roofs, generating about 5% of the company's income, and they have had north of 20% return on invested capital for the company in my estimations. Demand for these warehouses has been through the roof since the pandemic, while supply remains limited and grows slowly. This gives the company massive pricing power, and we are seeing rental contract renewals at much higher rates than ever before. And we are talking top-tier clients here: Carrefour, Mercedes, Toyota, IKEA, and similar global brands. What really excites me is their project returns. My estimates show at least 20% return on invested capital on the low end, and sometimes exceeding even 30%. Also, the valuation is ridiculously cheap. Turkish REITs must get third-party valuation reports on their assets annually, and the 2024 report showed about $1.6 billion in assets of these warehouses. Yet, the company trades at around $730 million, less than half of its liquidation value. That's not even the whole story. Personally, I believe the real value easily exceeds $2 billion. And remember, they are still investing at those high rates I mentioned earlier, so it only grows from here. Their net debt sits around 3.4 billion liras, which is less than my expectations of their expected 2025 rental income, which is around 4.5 billion liras without the inflation accounting effects. With a market cap of 28.5 billion liras and roughly 4 billion in projected cash earnings this year, you are looking at more than 14% yield. And again, that's with more than 100% upside to the liquidation value. I honestly could talk about RYGYO for hours. To me, this investment is so obvious, it is like getting hit over the head with a rock by a caveman. My investment radar is just screaming. You don't even need Excel for this one. But of course, that's just my take. And if you have followed me, you know I have been invested in RYGYO for years now. And as I said, I currently have that massive 85% allocation in the REIT. Now, RYGYO